This is a short video put together to demonstrate the PanatrackerGP integration with Horizon Manufacturing and Dynamics GP. First, let's start out in Dynamics GP with the Horizon infrastructure, and I have put together and created a work order in Horizon. My work order number is number 66. I just created this for output of a finished good item A with a work order quantity of 50. Based on this and the bill of materials setup in Horizon, here are the different finished good component items. So we have the 333 proc, the 24X IDE, and the 128 SRAM, and of course calculated based on that bill of material of the quantities that are expected to be issued. So this is our starting point. So we'll be coming back and showing you what gets updated as we go through the actual transaction. So also noting that my base quantity posted currently for this is 0 for my finished goods. We also do not have any items currently posted for our components. So I'm going to be bringing over the handheld application, and we're going to start out by doing the issue of inventory. Within Horizon, this is a transferring it from one site location to another site location. So we're going to start out by first selecting the work order number. Just like any of our transactions, the use of barcode scanning is always available for any of the fields that we're validating. We also have corresponding lookups. So you'll notice with my lookup list, you can see all of the open work orders that I have currently set up. So that work order 66 I just added is available for me to grab. I'm going to identify the site that I'm moving the inventory from, or I can just simply use the scanner. And again, using my lookup list, I'll demonstrate here are those 3 component items that were set up on that bill of material and calculated for that work order. It's going to show me the items and the quantity that I was expected to be issuing for completed units. So I'm going to go ahead and just as an example take this first line item of 128S DRAM, and then it's going to identify if you're using multiple bins. Obviously we need to identify the bin location inventory is being taken out of and being put into. If you're not using multiple bins, those fields will simply be disabled. Also on the screen I have information right in front of me of the again amount left to be issued. This is going to be updated as we complete issued transactions. So let's go ahead and issue 25 for this particular item. You're going to notice now my amount left to be issued on the device is going to be updated to a quantity of 75. Within Horizon, there are some tables that we submit the transactions. So we record the transactions in our logging database, like all the transactions that we do for any of our application. And for Horizon, we submit those transaction details out to Horizon tables. And then Horizon pulls those tables to grab the transaction data, which you just saw, to process the transactions and update based on what was completed. So now we've got my reports, and if I actually print those to screen, we'll just go ahead and print that first one just so you can see this was related to, of course, my 128 SRAM, transferring it from my warehouse to my WC1 site that you see here. Also, if we open up the work in process, you're going to see again the information that's been updated for this particular finished good record. And you'll notice by expanding this out, my 128 SRAM shows from my warehouse to my current location of WC1 the 25 units that were issued for that particular item, and updated, of course, the remaining quantity. So let's go ahead and jump over then to the finished goods receiving, or in our system we call it create production unit. And basically it's going to record how many of those finished good items did we actually complete. Work order works exactly the same way as the issue, and again you can, of course, if you've got a traveler, simply scan the inventory, that work order number. And my output's going to be the finished good item A, so that's populated for me automatically. And then I just identify again, if you're using bins, what bin am I receiving into. So we'll just go ahead and grab a bin from my list. And my amount remaining is my total expected amount that I set up my work order for of 50. And again, that will be updated as we complete our transactions. So let's go ahead and let's say we completed a quantity of 20. So you'll notice that my amount remaining is now updated to 30 remaining for this item. We also stay in the quantity field, and one of the configuration settings we do also offer is where do you want to set that focus to? Are you going to be working on different work orders and you want to just go back to the work order field to reset it? Great, we can set it up that way. Otherwise, if I'm going to be working on this work order over a period of time, I might just want to stay in the quantity field. So as inventory, the finished goods is coming off, I can go ahead and record it. Also, Create Production does support automated label printing, so you can print barcode item labels for that finished good items as you're recording those transactions. Now, when we go back and that finished good item has been processed, we'll be able to take again a look at that work in process, so we can see again that we've updated the pending posting quantity for our finished good item to a quantity to post of 20. That's what we produced. Also, if we go into our actual production entry transaction and also bring that up into the screen, you're going to notice that that also is going to show my quantity to post of 20. And there's different configuration settings managing that finished good posting, whether it's going to be waiting till all finished goods are complete or periodic as they're being submitted back into Horizons. If you have any additional questions, please contact sales@panatrack.com, or you can give us a call. The extension for the sales line is 2001. Thank you.